Hello, it's time for Combat Patrol Carnage. It's time for our battle for issue 19. So we have a little tactica to read first on the Parasite of Mortrex and how to use it in our games. And then, of course, we have our latest scenario, which allows us to try out our Parasite of Mortrex in battle. So it's only a pretty small battle, but if you want a full-size battle, wait till issue 21 when we actually start getting rules for full-size Combat Patrol games, and I'll be able to do a full-size battle report for you guys. So before we hit the table then, don't forget to do all the usual, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop me a comment down below. Those three things really help us content creators out. They let us know you like the videos, and they also let us know what content you want to see in the future. Finally then, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. They stock everything from new models to used models for various different armies and game systems. They also have all your painting supplies, gaming equipment, and are even stockists of Combat Patrol magazine. So if you want some extra issues, they are taking orders up to, I think it's issue 30 now. So check the link in the video description and you can grab yourself a hobby bargain at a bit of a discount. Right, it's finally time to try out this Parasite of Mortrex in battle. So let's head to the table and unleash the beast. Here we are then, back with issue 19 for the final time, and it's our battle. So as you can see, we have a pretty smallish army. So what do we have? We have Captain Caius, we have Squad Fabian with Sergeant Leonidas. We also have Librarian Aetius, facing off against the Shifting Shadow, the Whispering Ones, the All-Consuming Claw, well, half of it, the Suffocating Phantom, and the Hungering Dread. So yeah, there we have it. So we'll get this out of the way. We've got a little bit of a tactica to read first, and then we can dive straight on into our game. So into the magazine we go for one last time. So we got a little tactical readout for the Parasite of Mortrex. The Parasite of Mortrex is an unusual unit with a variety of special rules. You can disrupt enemy units, and it has an extra attack that it can make with its barbed ovipositor. This article explains how these rules work and provides some guidance on using your Parasite of Mortrex in battle. So we've got clawed limbs. The Parasite of Mortrex's clawed limbs give a high number of attacks which are strong and hit on a 2+. The barbed ovipositor. Although the barbed ovipositor only makes a single attack, it has the anti-infantry ability, making it especially effective against infantry units. So unnatural and so unclean are the mysteries of the Tyranids that I consider my faith and my sanity to have been sorely tried. So at the bottom of the page we've got some pros and cons on the unit. So pro, it is lightning fast. A movement characteristic of 12, combined with the ability to fly, means that the Parasite of Mortrex can cover a lot of ground and ignore intervening terrain features. This makes it an extremely maneuverable unit that can dart around the battlefield, getting to where it needs to be and choosing which enemy units to engage in combat. Battle Shock. The Parasite of Mortrex has an ability called It Itches, which forces a single unit within engagement range to make a Battle Shock test. This can be really useful for disrupting your opponent's plans, as when a unit fails a Battle Shock test, it cannot benefit from stratagems that its controlling player may use, making them less effective in battle. This is the first mention, I believe, of units being Battle Shocked can't be affected by stratagems, so take that into consideration for future games. And finally, we have a negative here. So with the safe characteristic of 4+ and a wounds of 5, the Parasite of Mortrex is not one of the more durable units. Use your maneuverability and your ability to fly to keep it out of harm's way until you are ready to commit to combat. And only pick fights that you can win, or where the Parasite of Mortrex is supported by other units from your army. So we have Barbed Ovipositor, how to use it. Normally, a unit can only make attacks with one of its melee weapons. However, extra attacks allows the Parasite of Mortrex to make an additional attack with its Barbed Ovipositor, in addition to its attacks with its clawed limbs. It also has the anti-infantry 3+ ability, meaning that it wounds infantry on a 3+ regardless of their toughness characteristic. So on the datasheet, we've got Barbed Ovipositor, which has anti-infantry 3+ and extra attacks. The Barbed Ovipositor will always wound an infantry unit on a 3 or higher, regardless of their toughness. So all of our Space Marines are infantry at the moment, so it's going to affect pretty much all of them. The Tyranids are singular in their purpose. They know no diversion, no division. They are remorseless, they are driven, and they fear nothing. It Itches. It Itches is an ability that the Parasite of Mortrex can use to force a single enemy unit within engagement range to take a battle shock test, even if that unit is not below half strength. This test is taken at the start of the fight phase. Remember that battle shocked units cannot benefit from stratagems. So in this example, the Parasite of Mortrex is within engagement range of a unit of Infernus Marines. Although the Infernus Marine squad is not below half strength, a Tyranid player chooses them to be the target of It Itches ability. This means that they must immediately take a battle shock test. The Space Marine player rolls a 5, which is lower than the squad's leadership. They are now battle shocked. So there we go, how to use our new unit. So, speaking of using it, we now have our latest scenario, Scenario 15, Alpha Strike. As yet another strange alien beast is sighted among their foes, the Space Marines prepare to launch an attack to purge the Xenos corruption from the planet. But whatever malign intelligence drives the Tyranids seems to have anticipated such a move. In this scenario, you will use the Parasite of Mortrex as part of your Tyranid combat patrol. This is the perfect opportunity to get to grips with the special rules for this new unit and to see how it fares in battle. Space Marine units: 1 Captain and Terminator armor, 1 Librarian and Terminator armor, 5 Infernus Marines. Tyranid units: 1 Parasite of Mortrex, 1 Winged Tyranid Prime, 10 Termagants, 3 Von Rhines Leapers, 1 Psychophage. How to win. In this mission, you score victory points as follows: 5 for one objective, 5 for 2, and 5 for more than the opponent. So we've got our battlefield set out, sort of alternating different terrain features. 3 objectives right down the centre, and we have 2 rather large deployment zones to use to our benefit. And over the page, we've got tactics. So in this scenario, the Tyranids have got first turn, which means they can advance on the enemy, putting their weaker units into position in order to charge the Infernus Marines. The Winged Prime and Parasite have moved right up front and they make the charge, as you can see here. And then on the Space Marines' turn, the Infernus squad falls back. The Librarian and Captain move up as they are better suited for taking out character models, which they do in the following fight phase. Yeah, that's pretty much an example. Over the next page is our victory, so we'll hold that for the moment. We have 4 turns in order to win, so let's set up the battlefield and get rolling. So here we are at the battlefield all set up, and first off you might notice we've got some more 3D terrain. So those of you who haven't followed my other social medias, you would have seen some works in progress of these awesome Tyranid terrains. So I had to buy an entire Psychophage just to make this. Luckily I got it for just under £7, so it weren't the biggest expense. Then I green stuffed up some tentacles, a skull from the Skulls kit, and plenty of texture paste. And I've also got this one, which has some little raised bits of ground. We got the base from a Tyranid's Broodlord, a little bit of pipes made from the top of a paintbrush, cap, barrel, and again some more green stuffed tentacles. The raised areas were just built up using cork, matting and floor tiles, and then covered over with the texture paste to blend it all in. Yeah. I'm waiting for some 3D printed bits to make that one, and this one I've got the barrels glued down. I just need to find a drain and these sort of ammo boxes, which I believe do come with the artillery pieces we get later in the collection. Not too sure if I want to wait that long though. I am watching other bits on eBay that can get me some of the pieces to make these last two, but I've got other things I'm been buying at the moment, so I'll be putting those off for a little bit longer. But I will try and get them. Most of these seem to be on Necromunda or Kill Team terrain boards, or terrain frames. So then I have to try and look up some of those myself later on. Right, with that out of the way, it's time to roll off to deploys first. So, Space Marines deploy this side, Tyranids deploy this side. Who gets the first deployment? That's a tie. That's a tie again. And the Space Marines deploy first now with a 5. So, I'll be right back after deployment. So, we have deployed. The Tyranid Captain is going to go off on his own up here. The Librarian is going to back up the Infernus Marines down the bottom corner here. We've got the Leapers already set up into cover to claim objective 3. Termagants are up here ready to go for 1. The Prime and the Parasites are ready to charge forward. And we've got the Psychophage, who won't be able to do much as he's going to kind of have trouble getting past the terrain for the moment. Luckily, he has a pretty big movement, so he'll be able to climb over these crates and stuff later on when he gets closer. So, roll off for first turn, and again, the only stratagem we have access to at the moment is command reroll. So, no faction abilities or faction stratagems. That's a tie for first turn. Come on. Space Marines get first turn. Okay, this could be crucial. If we can burn those Leapers off that objective, we might be able to deny some victory points for the Tyranids. So, here we go with Space Marines, turn 1. First off, both teams get a command point. We don't score any victory points, so it's over to movement. Captain will go 5 down this way. Furnace Marines will go 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. So we've actually got 2 guys that can, no, 3 guys that can get through without terrain being in the way. That's cool. And the Librarian will go towards this objective, so he's going to have to go 3 there and then 2 there. Alright, on to shooting. So we'll start with 5 Pyreblaster shots at the... No, sorry, 3 Pyreblaster shots at the Leapers, because the other 2 are a little in cover out the way. So high numbers, please. 12 shots in total, not too bad. 6, 10, 12 automatic strength 5 hits on toughness 5, wounding on 4s. Not too bad, failed 4, so 8 wounds. No AP, so straight 4-up saves. Ouch, 1. That has killed 2 Leapers, wow. Off to a good start. Up next, our Librarian. And yeah, he's going to go for the Winged Prime with his Killer Smite. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Doesn't get sustained because he's not leading a unit, but we do get devastating. So wounding on strength 6, tough 5 freeze. 3 normal and 1 devastating. So -2, I believe, for the normals. 6 up save. No, didn't make any of those. And these are D3 damage each. So first one, that's the devastating, is 1 damage. And the other 2, well, both at the same time, is 5 damage in total. Ouch. So the Winged Prime has took a lot of damage already. Four, 5. We'll roll hazardous, anything but a 1, he's fine. And then we get, not rapid fire, I don't think. Just out. Yeah. So 2 shots from his Stormbolter, hitting on 3s, wounding on, no, not 2s and 1s. Listen, Mr. Leaper, stay out of the way. The Terminator Captain then will take shots at the Prime. Actually, no, he won't, because will he be able to see him? Yes, he will just. Again, only 2 shots though, hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s. 1. 4 up save, which he does get benefit cover, so 3 up save. He still fails. Okay, Winged Prime dead. Actually, no, I'm going to command reroll. Fail, come on. Yes, 3+ is fine. So he's still alive. But only on 1 wound. With that, that's the Space Marine's turn, so it's still 0 points. Over the Tyrannid's turn 1, we need a Battleshock test first. Come on, 8+. Nope, they're Battleshock, so they can't score that objective. Excellent for the Space Marines. Not so excellent for the Tyranids. So again, everybody gets a command point. It's on to movement. So our Parasite is going to go... Can't go all the way, so we'll go 9. Winged Prime can go 11. Termagants are going to advance up because they can shoot after advancing. Maximum 12. Nice. So it's going to get us plenty of space around that objective. I think we need to get some wound markers that have numbers on them. I might start using dice, really. And our Psychophage will move to there. Alright, Tyranids shooting, so... we have our Termagants, so... everybody's in range, so that's 10 shots. Hitting on 4s. Half of them. Oh, stand up. There's this flipping cable. Strength 5, tough 5, wounding on 4s. Got 3. 2+ saves for our captain. Ooh, failed one. I got command points to burn, so let's try re-roll. Yes, all saved. Nice. The psychophage, 12 inches. And either shoot the librarian or the captain. Yeah, we'll do the captain. D6 shots. 3. Torrent, so automatic hitting. Strength 6, toughness 5, freeze. And not devastating. -1, so captain's save is down to 3+. Pass 2, fails 1. It is only a damage. I will take it. That command point might be needed later. That's fine for me. 1 damage. And with that, it's on to charges. So Winged Prime and the Parasite. So Parasite first, can't fail. 3, he's in. And again, can't fail. A 3, he's in. So let's do the Prime first. 6 attacks hitting on 2s. Let's re-roll one of those. Yes. 5 hits, wounding on 3s. Only 3. They are 2 damage a pop, so they could kill the librarian. Who is -1 to his 2+ save, down to 3+. Ow, he's failed 2. Yeah, I'm gonna need a re-roll there, please. No. And these are 2 damage. That is 4 out of his 5 wounds. Ow. Well, you did make him angry. And on to the Parasite Mortrex with his 6 claws, and the blue dice here will be his ovipositor. Hitting on 2s of everything. Wounding on strength 5, so freeze, and it's anti-infantry 3+ on the ovipositor. And there we go. That is 3, so 2 with a -2. And it is only 1 with a -2, sorry, for the ovipositor, which will be 3 damage. So it's passed on a 6. And then 2 with a -1. Oop. 1 saved, 1 failed, and it is only 1 damage. So that's 1 damage to a single Infernus Marine. Space Marine's time to strike back, so we pile in. I don't think... No, we can't actually get many guys in because of how we are funneled in. So it's just going to be the 1 Infernus Marine for 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s, all of them. Wounding on strength 4, toughness 5. 5s. Does wound him once. 4+ save. Saved. Librarian and 4 attacks of his force axe. Hitting with everything. Wounding on strength 6, so freeze. That's everything. And -1. And D3 damage. So 5 up saves. And nope, he's definitely dead. How dead? D3 damage each. Ow! 3, 6, 9, 11 damage. That's enough to kill him almost twice over. And we can consolidate. Closest enemy unit will be him, and we can't consolidate over the terrain, so we ain't got enough movement. So I'll consolidate forwards, which will put us onto that objective. So with that, it's over to Space Marines. Turn 2. First off, then we score 5 points in the centre. And it's a tie for that one. But we don't score more than the opponent because they control that one. Right, movement. Captain will stay still. Librarian will stay still. And First Marines can't do anything but stay still because they're kind of locked in combat. Over to shooting. So what we'll do, we will focus Witchfire Smite on the big guy. D6 shots. 5. Hitting on freeze. Oh, I forgot. Command point. And wounding on strength 6, tough 9, 5s. Nope. No, I won't reroll any of those. That's fine. Hazardous though. He's fine. Librarian Stormbolter will shoot at the termagants in cover, so rapid fire shots. Hitting twice. Freeze. Only the one. 5 up to a 4 up because of cover. Saved. Captain then will do the same. 4 shots hitting on 2s. Everything. Wounding on freeze. Everything. 5 up saves. No cover this time round. Nothing. So that's 4 dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over to combat. So Tyranids will pick a unit first. Parasite is the only one in combat. Ooh, doesn't hit with his bar body depositor. I think I'll re-roll though. He does now. Hits with everything. Strength 6 on the ovipositor, but it wounds on a 3+ anyway. And strength 3 on the ovipositor. Strength 5 on the claws, so 3s on those. Oh, and it doesn't wound. Typical. And my Barnwine's Leaper wants to lie down. But 5 regular wounds, so -1. Saves of 4 up. 2 fail, so kills this guy. Puts a wound on him. 1 damage apiece. First Marines strike back. Again, I can't really squeeze another guy in, so it's only 3 attacks fighting back. And they all miss. Oh dear. I forgot charges Captain into the barbed ones. Ugh. He's in. 6 attacks are his Relic Blade. All but 1. And 2, so I'm double. I still missed 2. 3 of them with -2, so no save, 2 damage each. That is 6 dead termagants. Ouch. Well, He consolidates just forward. Will put me in range of the objective. On to Tyrannid's turn 2, and I can kind of see where this is going. So first off, we've got Battle Shock our Leaper, who's still battle shot, so he can stay lying down for all I care at the moment. Keeps knocking. I need to get a wireless mic, perhaps, or have the. I can't have the thing in the other end. There's no port for it. Psychophage then will stay staring down the librarian because he can't really get through the gap. Tyranids don't actually score any points because nobody's in control of objectives. We will try and finish off that librarian though with our torrent breath. 5 attacks, that's pretty cool. Hits on nothing because it automatically hits. Strength 6 though. Toughness 5, freeze. 3 wounds out of 5 ain't bad. -1, 2 down to a 3. Failed 1. So that is the librarian down because it's a single damage. Actually, you know what? I got a command reroll. Let's try it. 2 into a 3, please. Nope, into a 1. That's a super fail. Oh dear. Librarian is down. Fights. So Space Marines fight first. Everything hits. 5s. 1 wound. 4+. Saved. Six claws, 1 ovipositor, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. So 3 at -1, 1 at -2. So 5 up on the -2. No, that's 3 damage. That will kill the wounded. And then 3 saves at -1. 1 failed, 1 damage. So 1 First Marine wounded. And that's it for Tyranids. Turn 2 over to Space Marines turn 2. And I think... yeah, I might call it there. We are going to score 5 there. That's tied up, so we'll score more than the opponent. We score maximum points, putting us at 20. The Tyranids are yet to score. It's going to be a Space Marine victory, I think, at the end of turn 2. So that's the first time a 4-turn game has actually turned out to be a guaranteed one-side victory. Past 2 battles have been draws, but still, it's fun. I'm surprised the Parasite has survived. He's done pretty well for himself. Killed 3 First Marines. We'll probably kill the rest as well in future turns. But yeah, with that, I'm going to do the projected victory points of 20, and then we just have to sit and hold objectives or score another. The captain just stays where he's 2, and the Psychophage doesn't try and interfere. He'd score another 15. I've got a feeling the Psychophage will probably definitely try to interfere now that the Librarian's gone. So yeah, with that, let's head back to the magazine and I'll give you the victory. So here we are then, back to the magazine for our victory. Upon the victories of the faithful is the Imperium built. And it is a Space Marine victory. Tyranid resistance crumbles before the concerted attacks from the Space Marines. If there is to be any hope of final victory, the Space Marines must capitalize on their advantage and continue to press their attack deep into Tyranid territory. The road has been long and the battle's tough, but the end is now in sight. Hatred is the only response the Xenos deserve from us. There we have it. That's the end of issue 19. And yeah, nice little outing for our Parasite of Mortrex, as you can see just there. But we have one last thing to cover, which is what's in our next combat patrols. So, exciting issue up next is issue 20. I'm still waiting to hear back from customer service about my issue. The magazine's a bit sort of moisture damaged, pages are wrinkly, really badly stuck together in places. So as of the time of recording, which is Saturday the 25th, I've yet to hear back from them, hopefully on Monday. But yeah, Chaplain on Bike issue is going to be exciting. I'm going to be doing things a bit differently. There's absolutely no lore. The only thing closely related to lore is a naming article, which I will save for the play video, and instead I'm going to do one video dedicated to the complete building of the model, as it's a really complex model to build. Those of you who struggle with these multi-part type models might find it useful. I'll give you a few tips and tricks along the way. And video 2, as there's no lore, will be dedicated fully to the paint guide video, so I'll show you how to apply the paint guide from the magazine onto the model. And then, yeah, the play and some naming scenario will be the final video as normal. After that, issue 21, we begin our brand new combat patrol in the form of the Eldari. We get a awesome Farseer model, and I really do like the paint guide, I must admit. I was a bit concerned about painting Samhan. Never been the biggest Samhan fan, always been an Iandan boy. But I have ordered extra of the Farseer and the Guardians, so they are going to be on the way in the next few weeks, hopefully. So I'll be painting those up as bonus videos if you would like to see them. I'll probably put them on my Patreon, but I'll be doing special bonus Iandan videos on how to paint the Farseer and the Guardians. Waiting for the Wraith Lord issue to come back in stock. And I'll order that, and I'm waiting for the Wraith Guard issues to go up for pre-order, and I'll make sure I put a few orders in for that issue. As, yeah, definitely want to get some Wraiths. I have seen the new Combat Patrol, which is definitely going to be a purchase for me, as it's a very awesome, very Iandan sort of focused. It's all Aspect Warriors and Wraiths with a Spirit Seer, so Iandan do have a lot of Aspect Warriors and Wraiths as opposed to regular Guardians, etc. So definitely going to be something to paint up in Iandan's colours. But yeah, there we have it. Looking forward to the Farseer. We learn about the Eldari and the Immaterium as well. And of course we have a cool little scenario. We use our brand new battle mat that comes in the issue. We put the Farseer through his paces in a little battle to gather some information on the Tyranids that the Space Marines have left behind. But he is soon discovered by some roaming termagants. So yeah, fun looking issue in the future. So hopefully I will see you all for the Chaplain on Bike build video. And until next time, thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you on more Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.